It's not the first time NATO has met to discuss Russia's actions towards Ukraine. And not for the first time, the alliance chose words over concrete action.
4 years ago, Russia illegally annexed Crimea. Now Russia is attempting to use Crimea to expand its influence and control the Sea of Azov. Just a few days ago, we saw Russia use military force against Ukrainian ships and naval personnel. We call on Russia to immediately release the Ukrainian sailors and ships it seized. Russia must allow freedom of navigation.
Ukraine's president had called for NATO ships to sail into the Azov Sea. That was never going to happen. There are existing sanctions, there is NATO military training and an increased presence in the Black Sea, but nothing new for now. The Russians can probably live with another condemnation. They probably weren't expecting anything tougher. The Ukrainians will be disappointed but not surprised. The priority at NATO has been to de-escalate this crisis. While there is real concern about Russia's continuing provocations, there is little appetite for confrontation.
Welcome to all.
This meeting did produce one significant decision on nuclear missiles. US Secretary of State Mike Pompeo announced the US will walk away from the INF treaty with Russia. Signed in 1987, it controls medium-range nuclear weapons in Europe. Russia has been in breach for years, developing a new generation of missiles. Unless it stops, the US says it will pull out of the treaty in 60 days.
If Russia admits its violations and fully and verifiably comes back into compliance, we will, of course, welcome that course of action. But Russia and Russia only can take this step. We appreciate NATO's strong support for the United States decision, as expressed in this statement released today.
Other NATO members had urged a more cautious approach, but the Americans say they are losing credibility while Russia continues its violations. It is a worrying development for European security and a stark reminder of Cold War confrontations. Simon McGregor-Wood, TRT World, Brussels.